Hello, beautiful people. What kind of spiritual person would I be if I didn't share information about the Lion's Gate portal? What is a Lion's Gate portal? Well, we're talking astrology here. We're talking about let's pretend that we believe that we are on a ball of rock and that we're not just energy being projected from our internal selves. We're on a ball of rock. There's balls of space up there, right? So the Lion's Gate portal so we have Orion. Does Orion have something to do with this? Well, we definitely have Sirius. Sirius is a star that's out there somewhere. And we have our sun and we have Earth. And the Lion's Gate is when like they all kind of align and create this magical way of energy. But it happens on August 8th. So 8/8 is super important. The portal's actually already opened. It's been open for some time. I don't know how many days before. For me, it's definitely been days already. And I believe the 12th is when it closes. But so this is like a great time for manifestation, they say. And they call it the Lion's Gate because the sun, this is an important part, the sun is in the zodiac of Leo, and Leo rules our hearts. It's it's the king, right? The lion. And kings, they just have this way of knowing that they can have everything because they're the king, right? So that's the energy that we want to be manifesting with. And then it's also going to be like the actual lions, like I believe we got a full moon coming up, a full moon in Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius, so I'm stoked for that. In numerology, my life path number is an 8, so I'm stoked for that. So if you have things that you want to manifest, now is the time. And yes, you can do manifestation rituals, but ultimately just go about your day with intention in your heart and intention with your thoughts of the 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 path that you want to be coherent with, right? That's all manifestation is. It's just consistently making a choice to choose what feels good to keep you strongest to your core, right? Your most truest, authentic self. And that's not going to look like anyone else. It's not going to look like me. It's not going to look like someone else. Like if you feel connected to me or my videos, it doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, I want to be like her. And I definitely don't take it like that. I'm not trying to be like, oh, be like me. And I think you can feel that. And I believe that that's why this is so awesome, because it's the authenticity that I embody, and it's authenticity in yourself that I encourage you to embody as well, right? I think that's the biggest task of Earth right now is I think too many souls have been hijacked and not living in authenticity, and it has created an imbalance of whatever it is that's going on. And you can also throw in if these videos are so hard. At one point, a few years ago when I started, it would have been easy because I was a lot more in a box. Even though I was spiritual, I was in a spiritual box. So everything was very clear cut. Now there is no box. There's multiple dimensions. There's multiple beliefs. Anything that can happen will happen. We all exist. We all deserve to exist. We all deserve to make our wrong choices as we do. And if you feel called to finding a place where you exist from love, a place from heaven on earth, and that's the path that you want to go, great. That means we're probably vibing on the same path. If not, I hope we're planting some seeds, but like you'll be in a different dimension. We don't need to coexist with those lower dimensions anymore. I heard it described as an hourglass, and I really felt drawn to that because hourglass is thinking of games, right? There was back in winter, so mind you, we're August now. So very long time ago when I was talking to some friends about an hourglass and how it I have lost a lot of friends. My friends have lost a lot of friends. We've all lost a lot of friends. It's like a spider web connection of people. And we were playing with an hourglass and there's sand in there. And I was like, oh, it would be kind of nice if we could play with our friends and have them be in the hourglass. We'd have to modify it to allow the bone chips to flow through and things. But like, you know, it felt nice. And that story came up yesterday or the day before. And then within that same day, I think it was yesterday, and then yesterday during the day, that story came up. And then at night, I was watching a video and this analogy came up of an hourglass. So little synchronicities like that, that's what we're looking for, to connect us to source, to guide us on our path, to just give us nudges that we're doing okay, right? So an hourglass, if we were to think of an hourglass, you have your top, you have your bottom, and then you have the center, right? So Earth, well, we have light up here and we have dark down here, and it is very cramped right here in the center, and that's where Earth is right now. We are cramped right there, but we're going upwards. So we've been coming out of all this yuck, and that's why we're like, we can't see the light. We don't believe the light is there, and because it's a tiny little hole, like look at the sun, it's just this tiny little dot in the sky, right? But once we get through this hourglass, this bottleneck, then it'll get harder and harder to see the dark, because the dark will be like a little hole, like, oh, look at that little black hole down there, right? Like, it'll be harder to believe that the darkness exists. It'll be harder to believe the way that people treated each other. It'll be, and it'll be more and more light. And I loved that analogy. Like, that hit home for me. And it's like part of the synchronicities is that it also hit home for me because it was using the analogy of an hourglass that I was just reminded of through the spirit of my friends. So when I say to live a life connected to God and to source energy, it's moments like that that we're talking about. If you have moments like that in your life, let me know below. And if you don't have moments like that in your life, play a game with yourself this week to see if you can connect dots in a way. Stretch to see if you can make things become a synchronicity. There might be more than you realize, and you're just not watching. So, my name's Deb. I like to share the human experience to help others with their human experience. I'm posting videos daily, shorts here and there, and posts here and there. Yeah, we're here for some spiritual development. And there's a lot of darkness that wants to not let us reach that. So if you feel like you're destined for more, your soul wants to be heard and felt and seen and remembered, and you're tired of being held down, then my channel's for you. So have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. Cheers.